Hello everyone, welcome to our new video and a new lesson on the Think Students Book series B1. Think 2, let's get started.
So they circled a little. We have I think independent movies are a little more interesting. So here what they did here. So they made the comparison weaker. So they said like independent movies are not very interested comparing to other movies. هنا فاش كنردو بحال هكا كنحاولو نردو لا كومباريزون ضعيفة، يعني بحال هكا كنضعفو منها، يعني كنقولو independent movies not very interesting. Okay, let's go to the next one. I had to make it a little, a lot, a bit shorter. So here we have two options. We have I had to make it a little shorter, or I had to make it a bit shorter. We can use both of them, and it's correct to use both of them. It's the same thing. We made the comparison. We made it weaker. The next one, the final script was a little, much, far better than the first version. So now we're talking about the final script comparing to the first version. Now we're going to make the comparison very strong, make it stronger. So the final script was, we can use both of them, much or far, much better than the first version, or we can say far better than the first version. Let's reread these sentences. If you don't understand what I said, please send your questions through the live chat. I'm reading your questions and I can answer directly to it. So the first one, we try to make the comparison weaker. ضعفنا بالcomparaison. I think independent movies بحال نقصنا من الأهمية ديالها، تنقصوا من الأهمية ديالها. Independent movies are a little more interesting than the other movies. So independent movies are not interesting very much, are not very interesting. The next one, I had to make it a little shorter. هنا كان خاصني نصغر من الحجم ديالها. A little shorter or a bit shorter. Both of them are correct. And the last one we did a comparison with the first script, with the final script, comparing to the first version. So the final script is much better, is far better. يعني أحسن بكثير. Okay? So let's go and see the rule. So the rule we have here, so we need to use a lot, much, far to make a comparative stronger, or we use a bit, a little to make a comparative weaker. This is a summary to what I have said before. So when we want to make the comparative stronger, إذا بغينا نجعل comparative قوي جدا, we use a lot, a lot, much, far, a lot better, much, far better. When we want you to make it weaker, then we use a bit, a little, just like we said here. A little or a little more interesting. A little more interesting. It is interesting, but not very much comparing to others. Okay, so let's move on to the next exercise. On the same page, exercise number 2, page 33. rewrite the sentences using the words in brackets. So we have snakes are more dangerous than bears. A lot. Snakes are a lot more dangerous than bears. So what did we do now? So we placed the word a lot between the comparative and the auxiliary, or if we have a verb. So between verb to be and the comparative. Snakes are a lot more dangerous. So we made dangerous here more and more stronger. Okay, next one. My brother is taller than me a bit. Again, my brother is a bit taller than me. So what did we do again? We used a bit, now we made the comparative weaker. That means that my brother is not very taller than me, but he's just a bit, just a little. Again, we placed a bit between the auxiliary, between verb to be and the comparative. The next one. My phone's here I have my phone's better than my new phone's better than the old one. So my new phone, and we have far. We need to use far. What did I say? Far, we use it to make what? To make the comparative stronger. So far better. My new phone is far better than the old one, or my new phone's far better than the old one. Just like we said, we always place this word far between the comparative, which is better, and the auxiliary verb to be is the s here, or is, which represent the is. The next, her nails are longer than yours. A little. We have a little to make the comparative weaker. So her nails, you know what's nails? Nails, والأظافر. Nails, her nails are a little longer than yours. That means that they are not very longer than yours. And it's the same thing, we place that between verb to be and the comparative. And the last one is the film's more exciting than the book. Much. Much, we use it to do what? To make the comparative stronger. So the films is much more exciting than the book. So now they're trying to say that watching the film is more exciting than reading the book, which I don't agree. Anyway, so let's remind you just quick reminder. So we said a lot, a bit, and a little to make the comparative weaker, and much and far to make the comparative stronger.
Our lesson came to an end. See you on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Bye bye.